sometimes you get so used to driving a vehicle, you don't pay attention to certain things that have always been there, even after you fix them, if you know what I mean. So, took the truck and I went to go pick up that LT1 engine over the weekend. And I just wasn't paying attention to it because since I've owned the truck, it's had a check engine light. So I did those O2 spacers just to see if anything would work. And then, of course, the original one didn't work. And some of you said, stuff them with steel wool. And that should do it. Well, I wanted to see if any of these things actually do work. Well, guess what? I got a check engine light. Honestly, like I said, I've owned this truck now for, 4 years, maybe? Maybe even longer, I don't remember. I think it's about 4 years. And the light could have been on immediately thereafter because the light's been on the whole time I've owned the truck, so I just never paid attention to it. Let's actually see what the code is. I'm really curious now, just because when I first did the steel wool in the spacer, it did seem to keep the light out for a period of time. Was it actually doing anything? I have no idea. So let's just see. Now, on this vehicle in particular, you can do this. You can actually cycle the key. So if you look down at the odometer, I'm going to shut it off. Okay, now I'm going to go on, off, on, off, on. P0420. P0430. And done. Okay. So, I did hook my scanner up. I didn't look at the codes yet on the scanner. This is the one I always keep in the truck for if I'm going to go look at somebody's car or whatever. So let's go to read fault code. P0430, P0420. Okay, there's no other code set. Those are the only two codes. So basically, it kiboshes those spacers. I may wind up selling this truck anyway. So in a case like that, I'm not the type of person to put in to basically bypass something, put a check engine light on, and then turn around and sell it. I would never do anything like that. I know some people would. It's not me. I have to have it right if I'm going to sell it to somebody. So basically, I'm going to have to put catalytic converters in it, no matter what. So, and of course, I didn't actually realize this, but the Clean Air Act basically takes effect, or not that it takes effect, it's in effect on vehicles 1975 and newer. Okay? Just because your state doesn't require you to have an emissions inspection, you still have the Clean Air Act that you have to basically be up to par with. So, because of that too, technically you're supposed to have catalytic converters working. If you have a check engine light on, even though it passes your state inspection, you still have to have cats replaced, even though it's not part of your state's inspection. So, just telling you what the law is. And thank you for those of you that pointed that out to me, because I did not know that. I was unaware of that. So, you schooled me on it. So, so now I'm just going to take those spacers out. It's kind of pointless them being in there. And then at some point, I'm going to put a set of cats in this thing. I'm going to buy aftermarket cats where I have to cut the pipe and insert the new cat and then weld it together. I'm going to do that because I'm not about to buy a white pipe for this thing because that's going to be really expensive. And I just don't want to do that. Plus, I find the aftermarket white pipes, none of them fit well. None of them ever fit well. So let's go ahead. Let's pull those spacers out. And then I want to look at the steel wool because I got a couple of comments from people saying, oh, you're going to clog up your exhaust and that's going to catch on fire. Well, you have fire in the exhaust anyway. You have, right from the header or exhaust manifold, you have flames coming down, going into the cat pretty much. Anyway, and that little bit of steel wool is not going to do anything. It's not going to plug up the exhaust system. You got a 2 1/4, 2.5 inch exhaust pipe and you got this much steel wool. It's not going to clog anything up. So let's go ahead. Well, actually, I got to let it cool down now. I was just driving it and I realized, hey, you know what? The check engine light's on. So let's let it cool down and I'm going to pull those spacers out and then let's just take a look at them and see what we got. Okay, so for me, obviously, it was an epic fail. And I was just curious, if these things would work. And obviously, for me, it does not. So we're going to go back to what we had before. And I was actually thinking about selling this truck, so I would never do something like this and sell a truck. That's just not the person I am. I know other people out there probably would. Not me. If I'm going to sell the truck, it's going to get cats. So I was just curious if I could put the light out. That was really it, because I've seen these things before, and like I said, I saw a video. It was called the $5 cat fix. And obviously it didn't work for me. So I'm going to take these things apart once I get them out And this way I could just see, because somebody had said, oh, you're going to clog up your exhaust and it's going to burn up and all this other stuff. And it's just like, it's not like I'm stuffing the entire exhaust system with, what the heck's it called? Steel wool. I mean, it's a little tiny piece. And the fact that the cats have burned out and Chernobyled themselves, that stuff is already in the muffler, because people are saying, oh, you're going to clog up your exhaust, and oh, shoot, people come up with all sorts of weird stuff. Like, could it happen? Sure, but I mean, it hasn't happened yet. I wanted to show you this. I did recommend this one. That other tool that I showed you in the original video is no longer available. So I did pick this up because I had seen this, and this works pretty good, and I needed something for at home here, even though my regular toolbox is going to be coming home. So, all right, so that's one side. Let me go to the other side. I'm doing this on the ground. I am, like, basically, the truck is not jacked up at all. I am laying underneath it. Let me see if I can't get this in here in position. Let me see if you can see me on this side. I'm not quite sure what you can and cannot see because it's hard for me to see the camera. All right. Focusing on that. There you go. And now, believe it or not, I can't get my fat head underneath here enough to even see, so I'm actually watching the camera as I do this. So yeah, as soon as I went on my road trip, that's when I guess it went to do the monitors and it failed. So I could break the adapter free. Like I said, I twist the wire backwards. This way, it's not all twisted up when it goes back in, or it's close to not being twisted up. Not that it really has an effect on it, but I mean, I've seen people do this, and they absolutely twist the snot out of the wire. And I don't like doing that, just because it doesn't look right. It looks sloppy. Okay. So I'll put in a link in the description for this tool here. Get it on Amazon. It was not expensive, and it obviously comes in pretty handy. I wish the other tool was still available. I like the other tool, so when I have it work, it'll work. It's where I store my toolbox right now because I got no place to keep it. Yeah, all right, so let's get out of here. All right, so I got you set up on my garbage can. There you can see the truck. All I'm going to do is I want to pop these caps off. People were saying about how, how the steel wool is flammable and it's going to burn up and get caught in the exhaust, but so far. Sorry about that. Oh, this one does not want to come apart that easy. There it goes. Let me just get a pen or something to push that out. Hang on one second. Actually, easier to grab the screwdriver that was in the way. So, actually. Come on out. There it goes. I mean, it looks like the end of a cigarette. But yeah, for those of you that were like, and you can see, like, none of it's flaking off on my finger. So for those of you that were saying, oh, how it's flammable and blah, 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 and it's going to get plugged up in your exhaust system and create a restriction, I don't think that... Here, let me show you. I don't think that is going to create a restriction. So, but no matter what you do, there's always going to be naysayers out there. So I wanted to test it. I was really curious if it was going to do anything because, like I said, I seen the $5 fixes. Obviously, didn't work. So I'm going to put cats in it. That's all it boils down to. It was just for testing purposes only. I tested it. I tested the myth and it failed. So, busted. Didn't work. All right, that's pretty much it. So if you got something out of my videos, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching. And I will put a link in the description below for this handy little tool. So, all right, guys, take care. Thank you. Have a great day. Keep wrenching once again.